Burrow was not messing around in Week 5, threw more touchdown passes against the Cardinals than he has thrown in the last 4 weeks combined. Look at the numbers. There was a huge difference. Now, after yesterday's win, does it feel like this Bengals team is back where we thought they'd be?
They're getting there. And I'll say this. Joe Burrow played the way we expected Joe Burrow to play. So seeing that, we know he had the calf injury, seeing him scramble around, seeing him move in the pocket, making throws deep down the field, I'm going to say yes, the Bengals are back. And yeah, I'm not going to say the Cardinals are the measuring stick team that if they beat the Cardinals, that means they're going to the Super Bowl. No. This team's success is on the back of Joe Burrow's health. And seeing him make the plays he made yesterday, him scrambling.
Yeah, this is good.
And it wasn't just him running, but his ability to move outside the pocket and still make throws. One of the touchdown passes to Jamar Chase, he rolls out to the right, sets up and makes that throw. That lets you know he's getting healthier week by week. And if Joe Burrow's healthy, we know this team is one of the better teams in the AFC. So I'm going to say, yes, they're back. Assuming Joe Burrow, the way he looked yesterday, he remains healthy, this Cincinnati Bengals team is going to be right where we thought they would be.
Are they competing right now with the Dolphins or the Chiefs or the Bills? Or they...
With a healthy Joe Burrow,
okay.
I believe so.
So then,
yes.
yeah, they are back then. And I thought that was important. They were a boxer that was kind of wobbly on the ropes. And if they had lost yesterday, season's done. Season's done, pack it up, we're done. The same week that the Ravens lose, they get the win, and suddenly they're 2-3. They're a game back in the standings. It's like, oh, it's not even Halloween. We're good. Trey Hendrickson needs some love on this show. I know that's not a headline name. This guy had 2.5 sacks, was all over the field yesterday. And we've been talking about a lot of the pass rushers. We've been talking about T.J. Watt and how much we love, obviously, Parsons and Bosa. Hendrickson yesterday was all over the field in this one in a must-win. And when your best defensive player can come up and make a big play or dominate at the line of scrimmage when your team needs a win in the most dire of ways, I think it needs a love on our show on Good Morning Football. So, yes, Burrow and his performance was back to what we expected. He looked far. Look, I don't know what Burrow did this week to get where he got, but it looked like a totally different human being. I'm not suggesting anything nefarious. I'm not suggesting any tricks.
Well, what are you talking about?
I don't know what, but Burrow looked amazing. Burrow looked amazing yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's Joe Burrow. That's the one they paid. Hendrickson looked good, too.
Water and rest.
That's all it is.
That's what they say.
Water
and
baby.
rest.
That's all
yeah. The only person in the league who has more sacks than Hendrickson is Watt. Like, he's tied for second. He's been amazing. I don't think they're back. I think they're alive. That's all that matters. And I think if you were Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, you were really hoping they lose yesterday. You know, they were down, actually, at one point to Arizona, and they're doing the Dobbs thing. Can we please just get rid of Cincinnati? Can we get them out of the picture? No, you can't. You know, right now we're in the pre-Halloween where all the yards in my neighborhood have a million different terrors and skeletons, Michael Myers and all that stuff. And it's like, that's kind of the Bengals now. Like, you think that they're dead, and then they get up, and they're back for the sequel. Like, they're not dead. They're not. They won't die. They fought back from behind yesterday, and until I agree with Peter. 1-4, like, there ain't no sequel. Jason's not coming back. He's not getting it. It's over. 2-3, it's a terrible record, but it's a good team. When you see Chase go for 3 touchdowns and set franchise records, you're like, damn it, why couldn't we eliminate these Bengals while we had them? They're not back, but they're alive, and that's a dangerous thing.
I think it's really hard to make of something of this AFC North because 2 weeks ago I was like, man, Ravens are so good. And then you see what they do yesterday. And for all the talk about the Ravens and the Bengals who looked that good, they looked like the best team yesterday in the division. The Steelers are leading this division. So I just think the whole division has been sort of crazy. But watching the runs that Joe made yesterday, yeah, I think you're back. When you see it, just the confidence in which he was taken off. All right.